guys, wanted to do an update on my Waterbox 10 gallon as I got some new additions and made some changes to the tank. I went to the Orlando Frag Swap and picked up some new corals. I got this fungia plate coral right here. It's probably one of my favorites at the moment. It's doing pretty well. It's getting close to this hammer, so I might have to move the hammer forward a little bit. I picked up this frammer, neon green frammer. I love the colors with the purple tips. I might have to change its position or adjust the flow. So you can kind of see on the back side, kind of getting some exposure. The skeleton on this side looks pretty good. It's kind of hard when you're working with a 10 gallon, because even with the Nero 5, even at the lowest setting, it is still pretty tough, and I have it aimed upwards, trying to bounce it off the right side of the tank, but I'm still getting a lot of flow even on the bottom here. What else did I pick up? I picked up this acan right here. Love it. Always wanted an acan. It's got like 3.5 heads. So then from there, I had to move some stuff around. I ordered my first corals online. I wanted to give that a try. Ordered from eBay because I thought I was getting some pretty good deals on some torches. I picked up this highlighter torch and this green torch here. They weren't WYSIWYG, but they were showing the pictures of the original colonies. Unfortunately, I didn't bother to ask if they were branching or wall, but they are both walls. This frammer I picked up though is a branching, so I got both of those torches. I love them. They're still trying to open up. You can see this one right here. Some of the tentacles are a little deflated. I'll give it about a week. All my parameters are in check. And then I also picked up this beautiful trachea. Look at this thing, the pink striations. It was quite the experience getting corals delivered. They forgot to put the house number on the package, so UPS was saying they're gonna have to deliver the next day. I had to drive all the way to the hub, talk to the manager, let them know that there was live corals on there, and they were able to get me get the corals out to me the same day. So I did have some issues last week. My phosphate levels dropped down to 0, so I did have to move my mint pavona and this forest fire digi. I lost the backside of it, so I did have to frag it. I got a couple frags out of it. They're doing pretty well, but the backside of it isn't doing too well. And then you can see the mint pavona. You can see it's starting to bleach. Yeah, I couldn't figure out why my phosphates were dropping. I took out some of the Pure Blue. I didn't do any water changes. I turned off the skimmer. I overfed. But one of the guys on the group said to overfeed with Polyp Lab Reefroids, and literally it brought my phosphates back up the next day. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed Reefroids probably 1 to 2 times a week rather than just feeding them pellets or mysis. Everything else is doing pretty well except for those 2 SPS. My Duncan is splitting a ton. I probably counted 6 or 7 heads. Coloration is really good. Tank is pretty clean. Sand is looking good. This guy right here, I got like 10 heads growing in from the last time I made a video on this tank. The only SPS that did make it, or is doing pretty well, is this Aura bird's nest. The growth on this is pretty good and fast. My Favia, very little growth, but I know these guys are slow growers, but I love the color on this. Just a disclaimer, I am using the Polyp Labs Coral View Lens version 2. Trying to adjust it to make it look like what I'm seeing in real life, but I can't. I might have to adjust the lights, but the corals look way more, the color on them and the saturation looks, and popness is, this lens kind of makes it more than what it looks like in real life. So just know that this acan does not look that red. Another thing is this clown back here, my male clown, looks like it has velvet or brook. It's been like this for 3 weeks and he's eating fine and everything is good, no signs of sickness. I dipped him in fresh water. I'm feeding him, what am I feeding him? Dr. G's and Seachem, I want to say it's called, what's it called? Let me just pull it out really quick. Vitality. And he's not getting better, but he's not getting worse. But everyone's saying it's brook, and I'm doing some research. I might have to do a formaldehyde dip and quarantine him, but the only thing is, this is my only tank that's set up right now. I actually purchased a Waterbox 60.2, got a really good deal on that, but I can't set that up probably for another couple months, as I'm gonna be moving and I don't want to set up a tank only to have to take it down. But otherwise, all the equipment's running pretty good. AI Prime is doing good. Skimming. Got this frag rack just because I had a frag that these two guys right over here. But other than that, everything is looking pretty good. Can't wait to set up that 60.2. I'll do a separate video on that. GSP's got a ton of growth, but these guys are easy growers. My Kenya tree, good coloration. It wasn't as green as before. I'm not dosing anything except for Red Sea A and B. I want to start dosing amino acids, but still doing some research on that. Toadstool's looking very good. Like I said, the reds don't look as deep as they do in real life. This guy kind of regret getting this pulsing xenia. But yeah, everything is looking really good. Really enjoying the hobby. All right, till next time, guys.